Being on both sides of this now, I've had a chance from the international NGO side working with at least a dozen, if not more, individual partners. And then on the flip side now, working for an agency that is for a national Syrian NGO. It's interesting to see what is possible when it really is a partnership.
When donors, maybe not all donors, use the word partnership, it means we share the costs of the project operations. So I think sometimes can be abused by large organizations. So if with partnerships acknowledge our capacity, if they acknowledge our capacity, they know that we are not able to finance ourselves to run the project. So use the word partnership and negotiate with the operation. So we don't get any operation costs or small operation costs.
It more often than not ends up being more of a subcontract than it is an actual even partnership where we say we have the ability to access areas that international NGOs don't necessarily, and they in turn have the technical experience, the compliance experience, and the ability to facilitate our activities in a symbiotic manner. More often than not, yes, I've seen cases, I'm not saying it's in this particular case, but I've seen how it can go horribly wrong. I have seen where it's more a matter of we expect a financial report, and that's the only time we expect to hear from you. And when that doesn't go well, then there's a lot of back and forth until the payments have happened. On the flip side, I've seen international NGOs who actively look to foster and build a full life cycle process as part of that partnership. And I think those are the ones that tend to work the best.
If the UN agencies, international NGOs, want to have a real partnership and complementarity, the national NGOs should change many things, because still we are just signing the implementation agreement, while we should have more transparency together and put the role of equal or in partnerships in the field.
Particularly when we get into a lot of remote management, it often becomes just a simple compliance mechanism rather than saying, how do we do capacity building?
What we prioritize or what we feel as an important in having partnership is to have them address this need in a way where we can actually educate them to be building self-sufficiency for the community that we intervene.
We have some partners in the field. They are mostly small organization, is a district base or even a sub-district base. We are partner of UK Fund, TFID Fund. They always try to capacitate our staff so that our staff can financially maintain the integrity and all the records.
I believe that you need to build trust. When you have someone that is your partner, it's because you have trust in them. And trust only happens when you have more knowledge from each other. And in this case, this is why the work that sometimes we are doing, transferring that knowledge, providing more capacity, at the end is building that trust, because they know us better and we know them better. And this is the only way where your implementing partner is going to the next step, that is equal partner.
Because even as national NGOs, we also work together with other smaller NGOs. We also build their capacity. So they are also our networks of reach to remote communities.
I have noticed that in general, the international agencies who approach partnerships the best tend to be the one that actually have that as their own standalone department, as their own standalone function, as compared to being various functions embedded as part of the agency's own technical capacities. And those also tend to be the ones where you see the involvement of the partner in the actual development of the proposal stage, as compared to having an international agency write it and then just say, by the way, we have this lined up for you.